Back in the game and well at the top, a king of the ring and calling my spots. I'm raising the bar to crank it a notch. I'm full of mistakes, cause life is a botch. Lights can get brighter and brighter. I walk through that curtain, my levels get higher and higher. Studied the best, in this generation I'm next. Super Kid Party, no doubt we just hit a suplex. Hooker by crook, survive if I let you, they stand to their feet. Sports entertainment, professional wrestling, tickets keep selling. I've been on.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's happening, my fellow gents and gentettes? You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if that's a real word, y'all. I just felt like whatever. We're on the fly.
It's Sunday.
Here. It's Sunday. You know, if it is one and y'all like it, we'll add that to the list of words. You know, me and my cousin do that. I don't know. That's just what we do. Yeah, things to the words. You know. But anyways, it's your boy Hi-Lite. Don't forget the real. You already know your neighborhood persona, wrestling, rapping sensation, and of course, joined by the lovely co-host of mine by the name of Miss Ash Benny. You feel me? And so we in the building. We here. I know y'all like, hold up, wait. I see two people. We're short one.
Where's Rick?
Where is Rick?
Where's Rick? Where's Pretty Ricky?
You know what? We are putting out an APB for our guy. You know, we're looking for him too.
Missing.
So if y'all see him, let us know so we can tell him, hey, my guy, you're running late, bro. We need you on the show. Where you at? Well, we don't know. But in the meantime, while we're waiting on our guy, if he manages to join us, you know, we are gonna hold it down as a duo on today. And so man, we know we missed y'all last week. We really had so much going on personally for the whole crew, where we all kind of had to just like take a little slight break for that week. Wasn't intended, but we at least gave y'all a bonus episode. If you haven't, on the audio format, we have the Payback review from when WWE Payback happened. So that was a nice little fun bonus to sub in for that week, since we didn't get a chance to give y'all a full-fledged episode. But we are back in full effect. We got a loaded, and I do mean kind of loaded show for y'all, because sheesh, man, what a week.
Yeah, for real.
So much.
A good week.
Yeah, like, geez, before we even get into that, let's just non-wrestling for a second. Ash, how have you been, sis? Like, what's been going on over there in that end?
I've been doing good. My job right now, I'm a manager, if y'all didn't know, of a music store. And we do like rentals and stuff. So it's like my busy season. So it's back to school. So I'm kind of dying a bit, but what can you do?
Those kids, man, you know, as a former middle school band person, you know, well, it went on up to college, really, for that matter.
Yeah.
So stuck with you, boy, you know, music's just in it. But I remember those days vividly of like when this time of year comes, back to school season. Then you got those kids who don't necessarily stick with it, and they're not exactly sounding instrumentalists. You know, they're like,
yeah. We get a lot of violin and viola returns in December. So.
They try it out for a few weeks to a month, and they're just like, no, this is too hard. Or,
this ain't gonna work. Yeah. That ain't gonna work.
Like, parents like, well, I've already been paying the payments, making, you know, no, you gonna stick with this.
Yeah, and that's when I come in and I have to explain to them all the nonsense and all the terms and conditions.
My heart goes out to you in management with that.
Yeah, keep me in your prayers for real. Keep me in your prayers for real.
Yes. I as someone in management myself, I get like,
oh damn. How about you? How have you been?
I've been, you know, pretty swell. Unfortunately for me, man, in the day of having, you know, modern day cars where cars are computerized, you know, and ladies and gentlemen, last week was a week in terms of the fact that I was kind of carless for like about a week and a half. Well, no, just about a week, I'd say, probably. Sheesh, y'all. I mean, word of advice, if you have a car that is 2010 and up, probably even happened in like mid 2000s. I don't even know when they started doing these things, truth be told. I had a 99 Honda for like 12 years. Okay, it got me around just fine. But I finally upgraded my car. I got something new. Like, all right, cool, felt good. Year in, man, my theft deterrent module is played out, and they're like, well, yeah, this is going to cost about $1,000 to fix this.
That ain't right.
Module and 2 key fobs. what? It's like, bro, it's like, I'm out. You're killing me here, man. Why? So aside from those things, I mean, my car is back, y'all. She's good. She's running.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Yeah, it feels good. We're reunited, hey. But I'm good. You know what I mean? Like ladies doing well. We cooling and coasting, trying to kick it a little bit, but life's been kind of lifing a little bit. So it's like just chilling when we can virtually, a little bit. Yeah. But no, we having fun, man. I'm just coasting a little bit, man. Oh, actually, I forgot, y'all. I also judged the talent show on Friday. That was
how was that?
Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah, I was in a judge position probably for the first time in my life, which was so like
that's dope.
Yeah, it's kind of American Idol feels, y'all. It was like, hey, we're
Are you a Paula, a Simon, or a Randy?
Okay, I had to break it down like this because this talent show was a bit of, you had dance, you had spoken word, you had singing, and you had so given that my expertise is in the hip hop and the rap side of things, I was like, well, for those guys, I'm gonna be Simon because I'm expecting y'all to kill it.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay.
For my dancers, I guess I was probably Paula. Like, oh man, this is amazing because we had who was a dancer, like a professional dancer, and I was asking her, I'm like, so because she was the only female of our crew, so she kind of was technically the Paula, but it was like I was asking, I said, hey, are you purposely harder on the dancers than anyone else because as someone who dances? And she's like, yeah, kind of, but I also like I'm biased a little bit, so I kind of like them at the same time. And I'm like, okay, feel that, and so it was that, and I guess I'd say I was Randy when it came to spoken word and singing, because singing is something I can hold notes. I know who's in tune, stuff like that, but it's not my expertise per se. I'm not a vocalist, so a little harder for me to judge. I just know good singing versus bad singing. I do know.
Yeah. No, I know what sound good and what don't sound good.
Absolutely. So that was a pleasant, fun night. It was a long one because we had like 19 acts on top of like 5 guest performers. So damn. Boy, we had our work cut out.
Yeah.
Okay, well, but fun experience. Something I highly recommend that you don't do if you were not fun with being a judge. Luckily, we didn't have to talk. All we had to do was just
love that. Yeah. Okay, nice.
Watching it,
beautiful gowns. Every physical person.
Like, it was actually kind of funny that they had us like front row as judges like that, because I'm like, oh wait, so we don't have to talk, but we are like front row and center, like we are going to talk, but we're scoring. Yeah. Cool.
Got it. Yeah.
Oh, and since this is a wrestling podcast, y'all, if you didn't know, as Hi-Lite Reel, I'm always in character, so the belt is with me everywhere I go. So it caught a lot of attention as I went up in there. I have kind of had my like LA Knight kind of feel going on. You know what I'm saying? Glasses, like, you know what I'm saying, a little round.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I pull up in there, my Memphis jersey. I'm in there, just smooth and swaggy, Next thing I know, I pull up with the belt. People like, oh, hey, what's up with the belt? Are we winning the belt tonight? I'm like,
Who's defending tonight? Like,
that remains to be seen now. I'm like, but it was kind of funny. It's always funny when I share these belt stories, and as I go with y'all along the journey some more with the belt, I will show y'all the reaction of the people, because the people love it.
Yeah. It's a great conversation starter.
It is, and they're like, man, what's the purpose of the belt? I'm like, when I tell them, they're just like, oh, wow, you're a genius. And I'm like, yeah, I try. But yo, just we having some small talk. It's been a minute since I've seen the sis. Got to catch up, make sure she's good, make sure move. You feel me? We do it with our boy Rick, but as y'all can see, he ain't here at the moment. But we do know, we want to congratulate our boy, just in case.
Oh, yes.
Our boy did get into a brand new home, y'all. He is a homeowner. Major congratulations to you,
we love that.
We love you. We salute you. We already know he said it himself, y'all. He is working on his wrestling corner. So
I'm
therefore,
excited.
y'all know it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it.
Me as well. And I got my new addition to my wall, y'all. My booty
Oh,
is back. Um,
okay.
so funny story. I don't think I shared this with you, Ash, but the funny story is that so we met at SummerSlam, y'all, to those who don't know. So I met Ash at SummerSlam around that same weekend, and we're at WrestleCon. So during that process of when we went, me and Gresh, shout out to my boy Gresh from the Gresh Unleashed podcast, Gresh Digital, Gresh Media. Y'all know him on the YouTube for content creation. My boy Gresh and me, we took this trip to Detroit. We go to SummerSlam. We left on Thursday morning, and
Yeah.
to come back and like on I think you came back like Monday morning. So I kid you not, I had the funniest thing happen to me at my job. My manager hits me up and he's like, "Hey, dude, when did you say you were gonna be back in town?" I was like, "I'm coming back on Sunday." And he's like this Sunday, and I'm like, "Nah, man, next Sunday." And he's like, "Oh man, I had a major opportunity for you, but I don't think you'll make it." And I'm like, "What's the opportunity?" And he's like,
Yeah, right.
"Yeah, well, we're doing this commercial, and we're gonna have this cool celebrity. I was gonna give you a chance to meet a celebrity." I'm like, "What celebrity? What we
Right?
talking about here?"
Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa.
my eyebrows are up. My attention is like, "Okay, what is this?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, his name's because he's keep in mind this guy knows nothing about this life and universe that we know about." So I'm like,
Yeah.
"Huh, interesting." He's like, "Yeah, some guy named Xavier or something." I'm like, "Xavier Woods?" I'm like, "Hold
Oh
on,
my
yeah, yeah, that guy." I'm like, you're kidding me, right? Please tell me
Austin Creed.
no, no, yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna be, yeah, he's gonna be downtown because if y'all didn't know, he is from Atlanta. So we were filming this commercial in Atlanta, and what it was the board was voting on what celebrity to get for this commercial. Now, my manager, not being a wrestling fan, didn't know anything about this guy, and he was like, "I actually didn't vote for him. I kind of voted for this girl that he felt was hot, who's a voiceover." He's like, "It would have been great to meet her." So I'm like, "All right, fair, okay." But when I told him, I was like, "Trust me, you're gonna love this dude. He's very knowledgeable. He is a super nerd and a super fan. So
Yeah.
I promise you." Well, to make a long story short, y'all, I was so heated when I found out. I was like, "So when y'all shooting this commercial?" He's like, "On Thursday." I'm like, "Crap." I literally,
No.
I was like, "Bruh, why?" I was so upset because like it broke my heart. But he was like, "Well, I'll tell you what, even if you can't make it, if you bring me something, I can at least get him to like autograph and sign it for you." So I'm like, "My God, yes, that works." So I had my
Yeah.
video cereal box and I said, "What do I have that's New Day?" And I was like, "Wait a minute." And I was like, "Yo, I know." And so
Yeah.
I bring that. And I'm like, "Hey, get my boy to sign it. It's back. It's signed. Y'all may not see it because it's in like a white, silverish kind of Sharpie, kind of similar to the one I got signed from the Priority Pass with Dominique and Rhea, of course, when they signed that for me.
Yeah.
Despite Dominic trying to clown me, don't think I forgot about that, Mysterio. Next time I see you, it's on, partner. I'm
Not
gonna
the
get
not
you
the
back
beef.
for that roast.
Not the feud.
Oh yeah, Dom Dom. Oh, we feuding, Dom Dom. Best believe Hi-Lite Real is coming back for you, buddy. You try
Yeah.
to make age jokes. I'm coming for you, son. Yeah, that's right. I'm coming. And
I'm
you
weak.
still got that North American title. Best believe I'm coming for that too. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Don't let your music
did
hit.
acknowledge my hit row shirt though. So shout
Okay.
out for that. You
Nice, nice, nice.
but
I'm
with that
dead.
though, nah, I saw the commercial though. I ended up seeing it the other day with Xavier Woods. I kid you not, Ash. This was the funniest video I ever saw in my life.
Really?
I was so mad I couldn't beat her to be in this because how it went was so he showed it to me where they showed it because they had conference. So the point of the video was it was like a conference they were getting ready for, and so I guess they were doing like presentations from everybody's district and video.
Okay.
So those who don't know, working at GameStop, and so Xavier Woods up, down, down makes sense. Perfect ultimate gamer, right? I look at the video. It has people walking in the store. So you see my manager walks in, my other manager walks in.
Oh, damn.
Who also showed me her picture with Woods the other day. And I'm like,
that's wild.
I had a Dolph Ziggler moment, y'all. I said it should have been. It should have been me. But
yeah, facts though.
SummerSlam made up for it though, because I met Ash, right, for one. And also we got to meet so many dope wrestlers. I mean, Zoe Stark, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ciampa, Rhea, Seth, freaking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't beat that. You can't beat that.
Can't beat it. It was cool. So I can substitute that I didn't get to meet Xavier Woods, although that would have been a lot more lengthy, though. I will say that, because it was like a whole commercial.
More one-on-one time, yeah.
It would have been more getting to know him a little more, but it is what it is. If the Lord makes it will, I will meet my guy again someday and just be like, hey, thank you for signing my Bootios box for me, man. I didn't right? No, that commercial was fun, y'all. He walks in and he had Francesca with him, y'all. Francesca and everything was with him.
Aww.
He was in full gear, like he was in his wrestling New Day tights, and he comes in with Francesca, and he's coming in. So then the premise of the video is just pure comedy, y'all. Like Xavier Woods is literally acting as a GameStop employee.
That's an awesome concept.
New Day costume at that. You see this man literally flexing his muscles in front of this older white lady, where she's like distracted because he's like flexing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so awesome. I was like,
that's so lit. I love that.
Then he like wears a GameStop like uniform shirt that's like cropped top, where it's like looking like a little brother shirt on him.
Yeah.
I found out that he actually just rolled it up to make it look like it was
nice.
So I'm like, dang, whose shirt was that small? Like
he got an XX small.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I was like, and then he's like at the counter and like he's telling everybody like, yeah, and you know what game I highly recommend you get? The new WWE 2K23 featuring your boys, the New Day. And he's like,
that's dope.
WE World Heavy. Wait, like he did the whole
that's so dope. That's so dope.
Like, man, I'm so mad I missed this entire.
Yeah, I would feel away. I would feel away for sure.
My disclaimer to y'all is that this was totally worth the experience. It's just the fact that for one experience to happen and another one to be missed means that this was the best and also worst year at the same time. It was like if there was a moment that said if I could be at two places at once, this would have been
any moment. Yeah, any time.
For my DBZ people out there, if I had Goku's instant transmission, I promise you, I'd be there in an instant. What up, Xavier? What's happening? As soon as we're done with that, back to Detroit for SummerSlam. Let's go.
Thanks, yeah. Do what it takes. Got to do what it takes, man.
Got to do what it takes. And that, y'all. So let's get into it. As we've had crazy couple of weeks in wrestling, man. I'd say wrestling's been hot, like hot.
Yeah, which makes me happy. It makes me happy.
Me too, because this is why we love it. Like moments like this when it's just like at its peak, like it's nostalgic in a sense, right? Because it almost gives you that throwback of like when it was like peak, and you're like, man, look at it now, it's growing. Like
we hitting that peak again.
Yeah, and I love it, and it's odd too because here we are in football season of all things. So you would think, oh yeah, this is like the slowdown period. This is where things kind of dwindle down. We're getting into the holiday season. You know how that goes. They say people be in cruise control and all that, but Nah, bro, it's almost like they said, "Oh, football's here now." Okay, now it's even more of a reason to crank it up.
Hit that gas, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, well, Fox woke up, y'all, a very, very happy network. If you didn't know, I'm pretty sure they were ecstatic. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to those ratings because,
I'm waiting on them.
baby, baby,
Yeah.
talk about a packed episode.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get into that and more. But Ash, what these past couple weeks, man? Like, what's been standing out to you these past couple weeks? Like, you had some key moments, something that we missed. I know we talked since like Payback. So what since Payback? Did you get to catch like All Out, All In, anything from that?
Yeah, I did catch All Out and All In for sure. But my standout is actually AEW related. Jade
Okay.
Cargill. All this Jade
Ooh,
Cargill news has
okay.
been getting me hype. Like it makes me want to go to the Rumble now.
And
It makes me want
you?
to go to the Rumble. Yeah.
Oh, Ash, I never even thought about that. Rumble.
Entrant number 30.
Yo. Do you think now? Hold on. Okay, so yeah, this is dumb. I need to know this because I need to
Okay.
perspective. Okay, because I've heard some perspectives out there. Shout out to my boy Angle. Shout out to John. I've heard, but I need to know from you. Okay, so tell me because you my co-hostess, so I need to know. Like co-host to co-host here. Where are you at with this? Like, you really do feel like we'll see this woman not only in WWE but on the main roster?
Yeah. So I have two options for her.
Okay.
I think that either they have her cook right now, hit up the performance center, like refine, rehone all those moves. She had that awesome vacation time. So, she's been off for a couple months, get back into that focus, re-debut at Royal Rumble. That to me would be that to me is the ideal situation. Number two, her taking the belt off Becky and being on NXT. I feel like that makes a lot of sense to me as well.
Wow. That you're right. Like these are a couple of scenarios that are kind of like hard to call, but I like either one of those.
I feel like I could see either one happening. And I just feel like she's such a star. She fits on WWE. I feel like the transition is going to be seamless. She has that it factor that you can't teach.
No, I agree. And it's just wild right now in what's happening here, because in my mind I'm looking at it and I'm saying, where are we gonna go? Because with her, like you said, there's a star quality that's undeniable. I mean, people are still campaigning this woman to be Storm right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Facts.
They are campaigning her to be in somebody's Marvel movie. I don't know. Shoot anybody. She could
anybody.
She's a walking She-Hulk if she wants to be. So it's like you don't even need the CGI, bro. It's right.
Facts. You just gotta pay. You gotta get a great paint job. It's like, okay.
No CGI needed. But the thing that gets me here is it's like, okay, so I've heard around some opinions, and I'm just gonna throw out some of these opinions that I've heard on the streets. From and some other shout out to some other content creators out there. I've been listening. I hope y'all listening to us too. But I've been listening. I'll be supporting y'all. So y'all make sure y'all support us. You feel me? But some people feel that she's not necessarily equipped for WWE because of the fact that she specifically cannot handle that schedule, given that she's valuable time with her daughter.
Yeah.
So, do you think now? Granted, NXT's schedule probably isn't as bad as the main roster per se, but they also feel she's not necessarily mainstream appeal enough yet. Like she's got it, but because of her time in AEW, she didn't do enough mainstream things. Albeit, I beg to differ because I didn't recall hearing them mention that she was on the Breakfast Club.
Like
Bow Wow. That definitely was taken off crossover wise. I mean, it made for crying out loud.
Yeah, facts.
Facts. Tell me if that's not mainstream. I don't know what is. I mean, you're making the Shade Room as a wrestler. Like, hello, that's
unheard of,
right? So tell me where are you? Do you realistically, like in your heart of hearts, given her resume, given the matches you've seen from her in her time in AEW, the way she was booked in AEW, do you honestly think it either translate to the similar projections she would get in WWE, or do you think it would be even higher in a place like WWE?
I think it would be even higher. Like, honestly, because right now, the only reason why I say that is because right now WWE loves their muscle mommies. They love Bianca Belair. They love Rhea Ripley, Raquel Rodriguez. Nia Jax just came back. They're all getting these pushes, but they're all doing their own individual thing. So I feel like Jade's going to fit in really, really well.
I agree. I like that because you're giving me my Big E vibes. You just got me excited. I was like, oh, big meaty
big
women.
meaty man.
Big E, my guy. I hope you got that trademark. I'm just saying. Like I tweeted.
I know.
I hope you got that trademark. I mean, after I saw a whole chant dedicated to this, and the fact that it took over a whole match, that was fire, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I'm like, okay, my guy, please trademark that saying. Get
he
it
needs
on
to put on a shirt. Yeah.
it is right there, brother. You came up with this.
Right.
I've been saying it ever since you did it, and it went viral. So I'm just saying, you originated this saying. Trademark it, my brother. But so no, I agree though. Like that mainstream appeal is there for that woman. I mean, like there's nothing about her that's not. And I mean, I think about, I remember her Breakfast Club interview and the fact that, when they brought up some of those things, she's like, I want to reach those ladies that maybe never watched wrestling.
Yeah.
Watch it because they see someone like me, especially specifically pointing out us.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I want them to tune in and see this. And basically, I look at it like this. Here's a hot take. Jade Cargill, right now, if she makes that jump and she is in WWE, single-handedly, all due respect to everyone else, because I love Bianca. We already know her, of course.
Yeah.
Man, it's a whole different story, so I'm not really even including her when I say this. But Jade Cargill specifically, single-handedly will do everything on her own that Total Divas did for the women's division in general.
I believe it. I believe it.
I really feel like on her own, you bring that woman into those doors, you will have so many of those women that are the girliest of the girly girls, the most non-wrestling watching peoples that will tune in to watch that woman.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, if they're that hooked, they'll start liking some others that they like. They'll see a Bianca. And now, wait a minute. Because I'm sure Bianca's drawn in on her own as well, obviously.
Oh, yes, of course.
I know she's drawn in Black women, of course, that may not have watched, because she represents that. That's what she was too. Her and Jade are one and the same. They kind of both were people who didn't really start off watching wrestling, but they found out about it.
Came to it.
Good at it. So I really feel like she will bring that whole Total Divas appeal on her own, walking into that stage. And boy, everybody just been talking about. Let me tell you, because you got me hyped now when you brought up. I mean, shout out to you for this point, Ash, because Royal Rumble. Can you?
Yeah, just imagine a storm is coming. New theme. I pop.
And
I'll have a headache how hard I pop.
Wildly enough, the crazy part about that is that couldn't be more accurate than how you pointed that for this reason. Not only is it because it's the Royal Rumble, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't already know, the Royal Rumble announced where they will officially be as of this year. Well, technically next year, if you know what I mean. But as of 2024, WrestleMania, as we know, is in Philly. That was a botch because I was trying to set that up. The road to WrestleMania, I'm correcting my botch, y'all. See, haha. The road
brought it back.
to WrestleMania starts in Tampa, Florida, ladies and gentlemen. That's right.
Yeah.
Tampa, Florida. Where's that not too far from? Oh, yeah, Jacksonville. Not too far drive at all. So therefore, realistically speaking, it's not too far from Orlando. It's not too far from Jacksonville.
Nope.
Yeah, I think she can possibly make this work a lot smoother than y'all think. So
Yeah.
just know that you heard this here first with this visual, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Understand.
Mm-hmm.
Just know if this happens, you heard it here first.
Facts, yeah, facts.
Nowhere else. We called that joint. So you heard it. If that woman shows up in the Royal Rumble, regardless of number, you say number 30. But regardless of number, I don't care if she's 15, I don't care if she's 7,
Yeah.
I don't care if she's 29, I don't care if she's number 1. I don't care. Don't matter.
Yeah.
If that woman shows up in the Royal Rumble, mark my words, ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, it's on. And to any of you who talk about her scheduling side of things, because they feel like her mainstream appeal isn't like there yet. Like it's there, but it's not there where she can get the Brock or Roman type of schedule, right?
Yeah.
That may be true in some senses, and I know we'll get into this as well with the official merger and everything. But
yes,
here's the thing. To me, I look at this and I'm saying with someone like Jade, whether she goes to NXT or who's to say all you do is just sign a short-term deal. You ain't gotta be there your whole life. Short,
yeah,
1 year deal, 2 year. You don't think they're gonna fork out a couple million for you? You gonna get your money. Oh yeah, we'll give her like an 18 mil 1 year deal or 12 mil 1 year, whatever.
yeah.
Gives you the opportunity to elevate your brand, literally have all the dream matches, which we will get to when we get to Ash's Corner. Trust me. All the dream matches that you could ever imagine. And on top of that, a whole new fan base. Like I said, the brand's elevated. People are going to want you in endorsements and all that. Movies. You talked about Marvel, Jade. You talked about DC. Guarantee you end up in WWE. Ho, they'll notice you all right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for real.
This woman, we need her now in our life. So, sky's the limit, man. Ain't nothing jaded about this opinion. Pun intended. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And like the thing I love about Jade is like she just knows how to flip things. Like when people were calling her green, she popped out with the green hair. Like she just knows how to turn, like even the people who are doubting her, she knows how to flip it and make the most out of the situation, which I love.
That is true. Not really something that gets credited enough to her for stuff like that too, because people act like I see this woman on Twitter literally troll people. Trust me, she responds, she watches, she sees what y'all folks are saying.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the woman is very, very intelligent. Believe you me. All right. So y'all stay tuned. We looking forward to what's gonna happen in that prediction side of things. But in the meantime, let's transition. We saw officially, as of, I guess you could say, midnight on Monday night going into Tuesday morning, we saw an official merger. Yeah. We knew it was official, but now it's really official. Like it's big official now, y'all.
Yeah, for real.
TKO is now in full effect. WWE on one end, the UFC on another end. Boy, I never thought I would see the day where these two would actually be under the same umbrella. Never.
Weird. It's weird.
All those years of them having comparisons to each other, it's just weird. And it's funny, yet ironic that these both are under the same umbrella because their owners are a lot alike, yet their personas are a lot alike in terms of their talent, your draws and you got this and that. was also a lot alike is the fact that the common casual person thinks of wrestling and they think of WWE and only WWE. Like,
Yes.
wait, you mean there's more companies? Yes. WWE, despite most people these days saying they're more sports entertainment than pro wrestling, to each his own, say what you will. They have
Fair.
professional wrestlers.
Yeah.
To be entertaining. So, I mean, hey, whatever you want to label WWE as, at the end of the day, in the casual fan's mind, when they think wrestling, they think WWE. That's the common saying I hear anybody say. Like, even if they don't watch wrestling, somebody gets hit with a chair or something. Oh man, he went full WWE on this dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, what would make them say that? Oh, because that's all they know.
Yeah.
They don't know what AEW is. They don't know what Impact Wrestling is. They don't know what New Japan Pro Wrestling is. They don't know about any of these promotions out here. There's many. UFC is the same way, y'all. Because believe it or not, if you're a casual, don't know nothing about MMA or maybe know some names like a McGregor or somebody, you think the same thing when it comes to mixed martial arts. You don't realize, wait, there's other companies that do what UFC do. They're just not UFC.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think MMA is UFC. It's like, no, that's just the brand that's the most famous for MMA. So it's ironic that these both mega names are under this one company. And most importantly, it looks like we've had things like layoffs. We've had, I'm hearing things about like the media, WWE's media team per se, Endeavor has their own like social media promo and people, and they're like, we don't necessarily need that. So they're cutting things, budget cuts. Heart goes out to people losing jobs in the case of this merger. It's business, it happens, but I'm sure with that kind of resume, you can bounce back on your feet very, very well.
And I'm sure the severance was nice.
Ooh.
I'm sure the severance was nice.
You know what? You ain't lying about that one.
Like, open the envelope. Like, I can make this work. I can make this work.
You know what? Let me take a vacay for a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me just kind of
decompress.
Give me some coconut water. Sit down.
Yeah. Reflect on my time with the WWE.
Hey, so, but what are your thoughts on this merger though, in terms of because at the time when it happened, I know we really didn't even really know each other yet, because I know we didn't have each other on the show yet. So
yes,
since the news of this happening officially up to this point of what we've seen officially and what we're now about to possibly see after it's been official now, because given as people have said, that was the last Raw before officially. So technically that would mean this was the last SmackDown, and what a way to go if that was the case.
Right?
Or maybe this was the first SmackDown under. I don't know
how it all works.
If that's the first one under Endeavor, then I'm excited, because that was a major show.
That was a showing. That was a serious showing.
That was like a big flex, if that's the case. Now, if it's not the first Endeavor WWE show, and that was just the last SmackDown show as WWE, then what do you think we expect here with this merger? What do you think we're going to get from it?
I feel like it's going to be like a lot of cross promotion. I don't think like too much will change. I think it's more so like UFC champion is ringside tonight, and they're gonna, and then UFC like WWE women's champion Rhea Ripley is here ringside tonight. I think it's gonna be more so stuff like that.
Yes.
But in terms of, I hope that it means that they're gonna do more in terms of marketing, because I feel like that's like the last piece of the puzzle for WWE really making that full comeback. That and a music curator. Ooh. I've been saying this for the longest time. They need a music curator. They need someone to pick better songs for these pay-per-views.
Man, yo, tell me, because look, holla at your boy, bro. I be having some stuff y'all can use.
Okay.
Y'all got bro, I got songs for days that I can get y'all and license y'all with no problem, bro. And for the low, bro, give me just man, look, we good. Whoever hears this, if you know somebody, y'all work for it, bro, holla at me. I got you.
Yeah.
Like, I know people like that. Not even just me. I know some real talented artists out here, bro.
Facts, yeah.
Yeah. A bunch of folks out here that, bro, just one song is all they need.
That's all it takes.
You know, so I love, you're right, because the UFC, who is it? What's that? It's the Peloton. Yes, Peloton is, and I know this as a person that streams music. So like all the distributors, I see who my music's going out to, and so when I saw Peloton, interesting, you know, because I knew what Peloton was. I just didn't realize. I'm like, wait, y'all are, huh? I thought y'all were just like a workout machine, but
yeah,
you know, they curate stuff for UFC. So I'm like,
it's crazy.
Wow. So that means I could end up in a, oh, cool. So
yeah,
I'm pretty sure that is exciting. Now that you got me hyped, because you're right. Some of them song selections are just kind of like whack, and you're like, bro, really?
This is not a pump up song at all. Like, why y'all picking Morgan, whatever his name is, Morgan Wallen?
Oh yeah, or the Hardy guy. You know, let's not forget that one. You know, because we were like Hardy. Like Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy.
Yeah, like what are we doing? Like, what are we doing?
Hardy,
like y'all are $1 trillion company. If y'all don't call somebody like somebody who has like actual prominence on the charts, like
bro, you now they hit home when it came to Bad Bunny though. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that was they got lucky though that the biggest worldwide superstar artist loves WWE. Like they got lucky. They got lucky.
Right. You're right about that one. And then they had their little moments here and there where it's been like, okay, you know, you hit with that one. But
yeah, Migos for Day One. That was in Atlanta. That was lit. That was
lit. I remember that. And like you said, I mean, they have moments here and there, but you're right. Sometimes it's just a matter of knowing who's the hottest, and even if or making somebody into the hottest. Like sometimes them's out there where you're like a song, you're helping an artist blow up. Where
essentially,
man, I didn't know this song was that hot. And then people are looking and who is this? Hey Shazam, hey Siri, it is. Next artist now just took off because you took a chance on them. So I get it, you know, but we'll see. We're gonna keep dibs on that. Anything else you was looking at in terms of what we expect? Because I just love the generic prom wave you gave right there. We're here. We love wrestling. We love WWE.
Yeah. Hug, kiss a few babies, shake a few hands, shake Triple H's hand.
Yeah, man. They're saying supposedly they're gonna let WWE kind of do what they do with this, right? They're gonna let them,
which as they should.
I agree, because you definitely don't want to mess up a good thing.
Yeah, they just need more marketing deals. Like get Roman Reigns in a Nike commercial or something. Like it's, I feel like it's time. Like I feel like it's time for them to really start.
Oh God.
Being back into the mainstream media full force.
I agree, because you just hit one. Oh my God. Roman Reigns in a Nike commercial? Oh,
him running. He's tying up his wrestling boots to get to train.
You're like,
yeah, like come on, it's time. It's time.
Nike check on it, baby. Tribal chief approved.
We can finally get approved Nike Jordans and stuff like that for 2K. Like, come on. Like, come on.
Yo,
it's time. It's time. Like, it's time.
That's what 2K's been missing. Bro, you are so right.
It's time.
NBA can do it with no problem, but it's obvious because I mean they kind of need to. But
yeah, that deal's pretty.
You are so right on the nail, sis. I didn't think about that.
It's time.
Nike, get them on the phone. You can't have a champ that's been there for 1,000+ days as champ and not put a, come on, man, that's Michael Jordan status, my guy. You dropping the ball. Come on, man. Make it happen.
Yeah, I gotta do the best for the GOAT.
That'd be so let me see. What else do I think we might have captured? I think we hit it on the nail as far as the what's cooking in the things in terms of for the most part. Actually, no, I'm sorry. There's one more thing. Funny thing, y'all. Never again do I ever want to hear, oh, wow, boy, did they inflate those numbers really well. Let me tell you something here. if WWE inflates their numbers, then what you call this 71,000 versus 80-something thousand? And I heard some of y'all folks trying to defend it, like
rationalize it.
Hey, maybe those were scalpers, maybe they were these, maybe they were people who just come in the show. I get that, but that's a big freaking
Difference.
gap. Okay, and two, y'all get on WWE when it's like WrestleManias and attendance records and going, oh yeah, they just inflated it and this and maybe they didn't. Here's the thing though. Did the federal government or anybody like that actually report otherwise? Because I ain't never heard that from WWE.
Yeah, that was wild.
I'm just saying, like I've never heard that get in the media for, oh, they lied about their attendance record numbers. They actually hit this. Like, no. Maybe insiders, sure.
Yeah.
Insiders ain't the government. So at the end of the day, this still gets reported to the government, does it not? 81,000? I'm gonna be 70. I don't know.
A whole 10,000
like
10,000 person gap.
Yeah, I'm like, wow. You know, I mean, it's still a spectacle. Hey, look, flowers to AEW. They did their thing. You guys killed that. Like,
70,000 is no small feat. Like, that is huge.
I think as I heard, shout out to my fam at the Job and Tears podcast, as I was kind of hearing, I kind of have to agree with that. It's kind of like it's almost like a karma kind of thing, because it's like all you heard about through that week from All In up to that news, you basically was hearing like, oh man, this is the greatest wrestling record, attendance record of all time, this and that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, okay, I get it. I understand. And if WWE probably went over there, it's going to probably be the same thing.
Yeah.
Also, I heard that, when it comes to the UK, they don't often get a lot of nice things anyway. So it's not that hard to do it per se.
To outdo it, yeah.
I mean, look at how many tickets they were selling just in the fact they didn't even have one announced match.
Just the pure excitement. Yeah.
If WWE did the same thing, look at how freaking Cena hyped them up. Like, hey, yeah, we need a WrestleMania in the UK. You don't think the moment WWE officially announces that at some point, if they decide to, you don't think that they're going to sell out in a matter of seconds?
Yeah.
But again, like we said earlier, wrestling's at a nice peak point. So I'm definitely happy AEW is doing their thing. Shout out to you guys.
Thanks.
I am not like a pro WWE, anti AEW person.
Same.
I am the kind of person that I will say I'm not a casual watcher of AEW. I'm a moderate. I'm in between. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some weeks where I probably just don't catch you all the time because it's like y'all miss me with a lot, but at the same time you grab my attention.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like, okay, I'm into this, but we got some questions we're gonna get to y'all about. Don't worry.
For sure.
Matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna get into it right now. What the hey? Because these attendance numbers were just one of those things to kind of set it up. But they did a great thing. AEW had quite a weekend. Had quite a week. A lot of cool things happening.
Yeah.
Making the news for, obviously the Jade Cargill stuff as we mentioned. Spoiler alert. Yeah, look like she let's just talk about this anyway. When it comes to Jade and the fashion of how that was executed.
Yes.
You call right, you call wrong, you call in between. What were your thoughts on how that kind of played out? Because it looks like it was a nice little send off here. Where do you get feels on with this?
I feel like it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people are saying that the match that Jade and Chris had, like that is definitely like Jade's best showing that she's had in AEW so far, and I for sure agree. Okay. So I think that the match was good. I feel like the send off, I mean, it wasn't a formal send off, but if you watch how like they're hugging and like having people come from backstage, it gives very much this is a send-off, we're saying goodbye to this person on the roster for now. So I feel like it was like a nice sweet little goodbye. I'm just a little worried about, I just feel like they put so much stock into Jade and Britt for the women's division. It's kind of just like now that Jade is gone, they have to really, really work to build up somebody to that level of momentum.
Oh, yes. And I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people feel like, oh, it doesn't change much if she's gone. You got some whispers out there that say that. I beg to differ though, because the thing about it is, here's where I disagree with that. Because the thing is, we just talked about it with mainstream appeal that this woman adds, and AEW dropped the ball on certain aspects of things that you could have done better.
Yes.
Jade, when you had her at that undefeated point, think about a Goldberg and how I know the wrestling community these days may not be as big on Goldberg these days, and I can't say I completely 100% blame you. I get it. The thing is, what catapulted that man in his heyday is the same way y'all could have catapulted Jade.
Yeah.
60-0 is nothing to sneeze at.
That's a crazy record.
And, you were champion in the process of that. So, like, I don't see how you couldn't have had her. Man, imagine 106 in Park or something still being around these days. Like, Jade would have been perfect for something like that.
Yeah, like just send her everywhere. Put her on Good Morning America. Put her on the Today Show. Like, send her around. Do the media tour.
TBS champion, you double promoting at that point. You promoting TBS, the network that funds you, and then you're then promoting your brand because it's the TBS championship of All Elite Wrestling.
Exactly.
And it also elevates that title more too, which no sneeze to Chris. I see she's definitely trying her best, doing the open challenge thing. She's had some bangers since the title. It's just Chris Stat is a different breed of, you represent the wrestler for sure, but do you represent the mainstream appeal?
Yeah, that entertainer. Like I feel like she hasn't found that entertainer aspect yet. And plus, I was kind of sad that she kind of dropped the alien gimmick. I felt like that's what was getting her super, super over as well. When she dropped that gimmick, it was kind of just like, okay, so we're kind of fully hitting a reset button on like her entire momentum.
You're right. That would have been a nice play, even with the injuries. Like, I'm a freak of nature. I'm an alien. I'm not like of this world. So of course, my injuries heavily strong. Stronger than I was before my injuries.
Yeah, exactly. Coming back fresh from an injury to take a belt.
Yeah, like, I don't know. You're kind of right. It's weird to say that too, because when you look at my boy OC Orange Cassidy, we saw that he dropped the title, but that title's now so much elevated. John freaking Moxley now has it, where he's that says a lot because he rarely loses. But going into this point, I'm just like, with AEW, I'm looking at what they do right, what they do wrong, what they can do better on. And a couple weeks ago, when I saw the angle with Hangman and Swerve, I was loving it. I said,
yes,
my boy Swerve is killing this villainous role right now. But also, this one doesn't feel like a villainous feud. It feels like it's a personal feud in a sense. Like, I got something to prove, but I'm being villainous about it in a sense, because I'm also trying to awaken you, because it's like a double standard kind of feud.
Yeah, it gives me Killmonger vibes.
Yeah, exactly. That's the perfect way to put it, because like, everybody loves Hangman, just like everybody loved T'Challa, right? Yeah. Everybody loves him. Yet, I feel like that's the perfect metaphor, sis. Thank you for that setup, because that's exactly what this feud feels like. It feels like you have a T'Challa Killmonger vibe here, where you see Swerve's case, you hear Swerve's case. If I had your spot, I'd have been the first Black AEW champion by now.
Yeah.
that sunk in with me heavy when I heard that. Like I went ooh, but I was going ooh for more of a different reason because I'm like, yo, we're like what 3-4 years in now, and we ain't had that yet. I don't think I've seen not one black person actually have a shot at that heavyweight championship yet.
Yeah.
That bothers me a bit. It does. Not on a sensitive aspect. It just is more of a, when I look at the diversity, like it was cool what you did with Jade, but think about it. Jade's dropped the title and now Jade's leaving the company.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gave us a black champion and what a phenomenal job. You know, as you were undefeated, you did it. Title loss was a bit dirty. Kind of
abrupt.
You look at it, right?
Even the breaking up of the baddies, like that whole thing was just
yeah, that too. That also was kind of like because that was a great thing. That was a really great thing. They kind of dropped the ball on that too because that was a really great thing and how it started.
Yeah.
I was excited for that. Like, and I hope Jade actually brings that back. If she ends up in,
I hope so too. I'm trying to be in the baddie section.
The E needs that because they're gonna see that and they're gonna catapult that in a way that AEW should have done. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. They but going back to this thought I had, because I really had to share it because it was like, you know, I'm looking at Swerve. I'm looking at Keith Lee. I'm looking at Powerhouse Hobbs. I'm looking at Ricky Starks. And I'm like, bro, you see Ricky Starks right now and how much he's
ready. He's ready.
This dude should be your AEW champion right now. Run it back with MJF. You just literally turned MJF into a babyface who's killing it as a babyface now.
Yeah.
I didn't think I could ever see him play a good
Me too.
Not gonna lie.
I didn't think he had it in him.
Right? So the thing about it is you can't tell me it's not money to have a guy like Ricky Starks right there in a main event, at least to just wrestle for it. Like, okay, so I take that back. I said a black person probably has a challenge. I just realized when I brought up Ricky Starks. Okay, correct. Ricky Starks did have a AEW championship match against MJF, I believe earlier this year. So they have done that. Now, arguably, Ricky Starks probably obviously wasn't really ready because that did kind of
at that point.
He was still a babyface. I like Ricky as a babyface, but I love him as a heel. Big difference. If this version of Ricky Starks today went against MJF right now, you would give him the gold. In my mind, as a book, Ricky would be the guy to take that title from him.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's really killing it. He's got the heat. He's got the look. I love Big Bill being there with him as a heavy. I mean, what more could you ask for? It's just perfect. Heck, you could build a stable around this man if you want. Tony Khan, you love stables. You love your stables.
He loves them a stable.
Get man, do you see this? So, but seriously though, I'm just like really sitting here and I'm just like, okay, the fact Ricky Starks was that one black person, but that was a long time ago. That feels like a long time ago. How is Powerhouse Hobbs not in the main event title picture yet? How is Keith Lee, as we kind of spoke of in pre-production here, like Keith Lee's a guy that literally was at his hottest in WWE, kind of took a little bit of a hit with the whole gimmick change thing they were trying to do to him, right?
Yeah.
The moment he came to AEW, it was like a resurgence, like, oh, right?
He came incredibly hot.
Exactly. So my thing is, how do you let that just
die
where he's just, and I know we heard those rumors about him where, he supposedly like left when they had nothing for him and different things like that. I see now they're setting something up, which I'm excited to talk about. Him, Shane Taylor, chef's kiss, bro. Sign me up. That
money match.
That's gonna be money. Like fire. If y'all like Powerhouse Hobbs and Miro, they said, all right, bet. We're gonna give y'all another big meaty match. It's gonna be worth it. So I'm excited for these things. But I seriously just, not to stir up anything, not causing drama. I'm just really just saying, like, as a black man and as two black people on this show,
Yeah.
we got to see more in terms of that company. Bro, I'm telling you when I say that Big Swole was right. We already knew this, but like, you're not exactly making her look wrong.
Yeah. Kind of proving her point.
Yeah, like, okay, I'll put it to you this way. What black woman has challenged for the AEW Women's Championship?
Oof.
Anybody?
Maybe like, I don't even know. I don't even think Red Velvet has challenged. I feel like the only person would probably be Red Velvet, but I don't even think she's challenged.
Oh, and that's another thing. Let's talk about Red Velvet. AEW, I couldn't help but notice that you posted, this is National Hispanic Month.
Yes, that was I saw that too.
You posted just about all of the people of Hispanic descent, but you failed to post one person by the name of Red Velvet who happens to have that in her.
Yeah.
Bro.
The Afro Latina.
If that's not an insult, I don't know what is, bro.
Yeah.
That means you failed. You're supposed to include everybody in your company. She's a part of your company.
Yeah.
What the
heck?
Not
a good look. It's not a good look.
It's not. And I'm like, to be completely honest, it's just like, that's why sometimes it's hard to get into AEW as much as I try. Like, I like it. There are elements where I'm like, great week, great show, cool. Then there's things where I'm like, I'm seeing these flaws and imperfections, and I'm like, I don't like the way that looks right now.
Yeah.
I don't. And I know sometimes they can say the wrestling business has its racial moments, right? I get it. But you're the second biggest wrestling promotion out of all of them. Okay? It just bothers me that I'm looking at Trinity and Impact as their main champion.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all ain't had one black woman challenge for an AEW World Heavyweight. What? How?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make no sense. Like, that's making me kind of happy that Trinity didn't decide to come to AEW. I love that she pointed that out. That, hey, I could that.
Yes, and that fantastic promo battle. Yes. Yeah, oh my god.
Man, that no, I could have went anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Meaning I could have went to AEW if I wanted to. But I'm glad she did not, because gosh, like, man, it just makes me wonder. They probably would have did it. She would have got the Ruby Soho treatment, probably.
Yeah.
Hottest thing for the moment, and then the moment your heat fades, then you just in the background, just
on AEW Dark
or Rampage or something. Yeah. Like, see every good moon on Collision, and it's just that's my little gripe. It's like a little mini rant or something that just kind of came from that Swerve promo. Yeah. I'm excited for the feud with Swerve and Hangman. I'm excited to see what they do together.
Yeah.
I hope he gets the win in his hometown, since he's deciding, like, okay, we're going to do this at Wrestle Dream. But, yeah, man, I really hope, if anybody out there who's a product of AEW or any of that, man, please kind of just whisper that in the ear. Like, we as black content creators, we just want to see more. They don't necessarily have to win everything. It's just,
even Athena, like, put her on TV more.
Thank you.
Put her on TV more. You have a fantastic champion on Ring of Honor with Athena, and she's barely ever shown on the AEW product.
And they say she's the best thing running right now. And I haven't even had a chance to check out her on this run. And I love Athena. I just haven't had a chance, because Ring of Honor, again, is something that I'm tuning into a little less than AEW, because of the fact that, to me, it doesn't hit the same when it's under y'all umbrella.
Yeah.
I feel like if someone else owned Ring of Honor, I would watch it a lot easier, a lot more. But it's hard for me to watch it under AEW's watch, because it's cross-promoted, where you see people on there, like, you freaking got the trios tag champs on there. And I'm like, okay, but y'all have your own trios championships. what?
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much.
A lot, man.
There's a lot. Yeah, it's a multi-layered issue with AEW for
Yeah.
sure.
It's like a reason to be lazy in a sense. I'm put it to you this way, because I know you're familiar with Marvel stuff. So let's put it this way. AEW, and this metaphor to me is a lot like how everybody who loves Marvel right now is blaming the multiverse for why
Yeah,
Marvel has not had any story and direction.
yeah,
AEW is literally Marvel right now. They are all over the place. Like
yeah,
you have, the talent and of course like stuff is fire when you see it. Yeah, there's some Marvel movies you like and you're like, ooh, that movie kind of hit.
yeah,
But for everyone that hit or that show, you've been like, oh yeah, that was a nice show. I enjoyed it. But then
yeah.
another one comes and that didn't hit the same.
Mm-hmm.
Movie comes and it flops. Another, like all these things that make you say, okay, hold on, wait a minute, backtrack.
Yeah,
Losing what got you to this point. So to me, watching AEW in its first year is so different. If you go back and look at that first year of AEW and you look at my thought on AEW right now is that it has not been the same to me since Cody left.
wow.
That's
Oh wow, yeah.
yeah, I know.
I
And
I can see that
yeah,
though.
you
I
know,
agree with that.
that's just where I feel because I know he was in that VP role. You get what I'm saying? And it's like now
Yeah,
Khan is wearing all these hats. I just feel like he has his moments of shining. Again, there's tremendous things he does, but I just feel like you need some more helping hands or something, dude. You need to and not get the Young Bucks away from being VPs. Get Kenny away from. Let them be wrestlers, man. They can give
yeah.
insight, but you need some real, true, exact.
Not
Just
yes men,
yeah,
and
get
not people who are so closely involved to the product, saying like, "Oh
agreed.
well, we should win because of X, Y, Z," and it's like, "Oh well, how about we put some new, fresh blood in? How about we make new stars instead of putting over the exact same people?" Like
Agreed.
Britt. Why was Britt in the TBS championship match this past week? What was up with that?
Yeah, that was random. It was very, very random, and it was like, are y'all doing this to spotlight the title or spotlight Brit? I can't tell because I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
And
And that's a whole other thing, kind of letting the talent. I feel like the big issue with AEW that's going to kind of mess them up in the long run is that the talent has a little bit too much of a creative say. There's too much cooks in the kitchen.
I agree. And WCW made that mistake. Shout out to our boy Rick because
I know he's going to
this is
use.
kind of his lane. This is what he would say.
Yeah.
Told y'all, but like in a sense, like there you can tell where Tony Khan shows his fanboy moments, right?
Exactly.
On
Yeah.
WWE, I get it. Like we're not saying they're perfect. Trust me, we know
Oh
they're
no 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 no.
yeah, we know their flaws.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like I feel like AEW's flaws try to get camouflage to people. Where if you point them out on it, there's this other community that's like, nah, wait a minute, nah, that's better than what WWE's doing or this and that. And you're like, and again, I'm not trying to pit the two against each other. I like that there's competition; they're both flourishing. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, from a diverse standpoint, I want to see better and more from AEW because the better y'all do, the better WWE does because they see you guys doing better and they're going to try to do better. It's healthy. That's what made the Monday Night Wars back in the day so fun. WWE knew they had to step it up. Like, oh snap, we're losing to WWE. We got an attitude.
Yeah.
Just do whatever, be yourself, be a character you want to be in one of the most memorable eras ever. Not necessarily the greatest in terms of wrestling, per se.
Yeah.
Back at it, you like, yeah, some of those matches were kind of like quick little duds here and there, right? Some of them, but most of them, you remember it because they're characters. So just a little mini rant, y'all. Didn't want to ramble it. It's just that was a thought, but I'm looking forward to seeing how this feud turns out. And was there any feuds from AEW that stood out to you as far as what we're getting ready for Arthur Ashe and Wrestle Dream? Is there anything that you've kind of been like? I see Lana is
Yes, that's probably the biggest thing that I've noticed so far. Lana's bringing characters to
Yes,
AEW.
yes, yes. The hot and flexible wife. That's something I'm sure you'll see on a shirt a lot.
Yeah.
As a woman, how do you feel about that one? Like hot and flexible. Is that gonna stick? Is that gonna sell? That's on a t-shirt, you think?
I could see it. I could see it selling. I could see it doing a little numbers. I could see it. Because
Okay.
like I feel like with the great thing with CJ Perry is that she's been taking acting lessons. And
Mm.
in that backstage, like that off screen, like whatever the promo was,
Mhm.
she killed that. Like her delivery, the way she spoke, straight to the chase, it was perfect. Like that promo was perfect. Even like her re-debut coming out, I really, really enjoyed it. So I'm hoping that we get to see her back in that manager position full force, like how she was in WWE.
I agree, man. I love it. I can't wait to see what happens, how it happens. Looking forward to it. So shout out to that, man. But that's a perfect transition because we for the most part, let's see, we got y'all some AEW world. Let's go into Ash some more. I'm gonna go into, we've been, ladies have really just been highlighting a lot in wrestling these past couple weeks.
Yeah.
Being CJ Perry, as we just mentioned, making her on-screen AEW debut. The the immovable object. What do they call her?
The irresistible force.
Irresistible force. Yes, not back now. I
I'm
know
not like most
Rick's
girls.
here. He's gonna try to be like, oh man, Dwayne, I know that's your favorite. You know what I mean? I'm like, don't make it seem like I hate Nia. I love that beautiful woman. Okay, Nia Jax is amazing. All
And
right.
she looked good in that return.
Yeah, boy, I was like, I love the bonsai drop, love the tribute. I see you tapping into the bloodline, like
Yeah.
I love when these bloodline peoples do tribute.
Nods.
I'm like, okay, all right, I love this. So
Yeah.
for me, oh man, like, yeah, what I noticed, I don't know if you noticed this, Ash, but what I noticed mostly about the women this week, y'all main evented mostly everything this week.
Yes. Yes. I think it was just like Impact. I think Impact was the only thing that didn't main event this week.
That, and I think AEW did Dynamite main event women's match. I know Rampage did.
Did. No, yeah. I think you're right. I think Dynamite didn't have a women's main event either.
Okay, and then Collision didn't, because I know Collision didn't have a woman.
Oh, okay.
They had a women's match, but they didn't have like yeah, because Britt Baker and Chris Stat didn't main event. Surprise.
Even though they should have, yeah.
Yeah, I'm all, me personally, I'm almost surprised they did, knowing Britt Baker. I mean, gosh, they say you're so tight with Tony Khan. I'm surprised you didn't like kind of be like, hey Tony, it's the main event.
It's my night. Yeah.
Like I know you was watching the other women's matches main event. You mean tell me you couldn't tell Tony Khan, hey,
Yeah.
we need the main event. We can't be showing up like this.
Yeah. His response would be like, "Well, I checked the analytics this week, and it's looking like the women aren't tracking too high this week."
No, man, that was excellent. I need that impression a whole lot more going forward. I cannot not let you do that anymore. Like, you have to do that on a regular basis. Yo, no, seriously though, salute to you ladies, man. Y'all literally killed this week, man.
Yeah.
Where do I even start with this? I mean, I guess that debut with Nia Jax, man. Like, I love the finish of that. Well, no, I don't, because Raquel did kind of technically take the pin. I thought that was
she lost. Yeah, she straight lost.
But at least it still makes her look strong, because I mean, literally Nia Jax just
destroyed her outside of the ring. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's weird because I'm trying to see where this means. Like, I'm assuming this would just set up a mini feud with her and Raquel, which then once she bypasses that, sets up her coming after Rhea.
Yeah, something for Fastlane.
Yeah, to then buy time before we inevitably get to Rhea and Becky, which that's our next transition. Becky Did you honestly be real here? The way they was setting this up couldn't have been more obvious. Did you really see Becky winning this title? Like, was it a dead?
I really didn't. I did not think that I didn't think it was going to be a clean ending. I thought something was going to happen where she worked her Tiffy magic to somehow retain the belt. Like she did some type of heelish ways to retain the belt, but that didn't end up happening. And honestly, the finish of that match was really, really good. That match in general was really fantastic. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend checking it out.
It was, man. Shout out to Tiffany Stratton. And you as well have pointed this out, which I totally 100% agree with you. Like, if we're ranking women's divisions here, NXT has finally gotten back to that point where they are like probably best booked and best women's on paper women's matches, women's everything. Like
that senton Tiffany did off the top rope.
Bro,
out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Like
they say she's the best. They got the best moonsault in the business, y'all. They call her mid. But I'm like, well, Charlotte moonsaults ain't that perfect though. So is she or she just Tiffany Stratton? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just saying. For the record, you know, I've been a Tiffany fan from the jump, so thanks. You know,
we were here. Yeah, I'm wearing this for Tiffany today.
You feel me? So, but like, yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited. I mean, this is interesting. Some people are not a fan of this move because they're like, well, why would you go after a developmental title when you did? Because you're elevating that title.
Yeah.
So what if it's quote unquote developments? See, that's the issue that I kind of have right now is people are kind of being like, oh, well, NXT developmental. No, NXT level up is developmental.
Yes.
If you do it correctly, technically NXT really in a sense is a third brand. It's on television, live television.
Yeah. So, and plus, like this class, they've been here for going on like 2 years now. And what they've done, all of these individual characters and how they're all, you can tell who Kiana James is. Like you can tell who Sol Ruka is, Tiffany Stratton, like you can Lash Legend, you can distinct amongst all these characters. If you were to ask me like, what's Candice Michelle's thing on Raw? I'll just be like, she has purple hair. Or Candice LeRae. I don't know where I got Candice Michelle. Candice LeRae. I was like, Candice Michelle.
Lights and Botch, baby.
Candice LeRae.
I love it. That was awesome. That was so awesome. Shout out to you, Candice Michelle. She's a friend. Yeah. We had her on the show before. So hey, shout out to that. But no, that was I agree, man. Like it's wild to me that I mean, even Indy Hartwell, man, like we need the way back, man, or something. Cause man,
they gotta do something. Raw women's division is in the gutter.
Like I'm gonna just name some names right now, and you just be like, "Wow, they're still employed," or "Wow, wait." Okay, so obviously we know Dana Brooke because you've seen her on NXT flipping out lately.
Yeah.
All right. Here's a thought. If her name can just pop up in my head right now, because that's how much is just freaking like leaving me, like, because I'm just like, wow, I can't believe you're still
here with us.
Let's see. Oh, Emma.
Oh, my heart breaks for Emma. My heart breaks for Emma.
Mm-hmm.
It's not right.
And then let's see, is she? Her name is Lady Kane, is what her nickname is.
Tegan Knox.
Tegan Knox. There we go. I don't know why her name was escaping me. You see my point exactly.
Yeah, but to me, like, not to be rude, Tegan Knox, I feel like she didn't need to be rehired, but that's a different conversation for a different day.
Spicy topic there. Wow. Okay, Ash. Oh, so Ash is not.
No shade. No shade. No tea. No shade.
All right.
I just feel like it was disingenuous the way she came back. Because she did that whole interview a couple months beforehand, like basically saying like, oh, they want divas, basically like they're going back into the divas era in terms of like the look of the wrestlers. And then she gets rehired, and the first time we see her is with like a beat face, completely glammed up in like a multicolored hairstyle. It just didn't connect.
See,
it just didn't connect.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is why this woman is a part of this show. Did you I wouldn't have been able to point that out so elegantly the way she just did. That's why.
I clocked her T.
Come on
The
now.
minute she came back, I was like, this ain't you, Mom. This ain't you.
This ain't you.
Like, yeah, like I have never, ever, ever seen you act like this before.
You know, it's funny you say that, because that's like, dare I say, that's almost as if, say, you know, over in AEW, let's say Athena is suddenly back in WWE after what she said in a similar fashion, right? And you're like, you're black, you know, a little cleavage showing, you know, you wait a minute. You just said months ago.
Yeah, what happened to the original plot of the story?
What's this all about? No, you're so right, because that's why I'm like, looking at these women, I'm like, I mean, we see Shotzi kind of getting a little shine.
Yeah.
Xia Li.
Where is Xia Li?
Breaks my heart, man. I love Xia Li, man.
Yeah, she was booked awesome on NXT.
Gosh, you know, all these names on this women's roster, and if I was to pull up the women's roster, that's just top of the dome here. Or if I pull this up, I'm like, bruh.
I gotta find this because hold on, let me see if I can find it, because people were brought up this graphic that the USA Network had made right after Rhea had won.
Okay.
And it was basically like this. Yes, right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. Do y'all see that?
Yes.
Where it's like, who is Rhea's next challenger? This was this was in May. All of these people, none of these people have gotten used except for Natalya.
Random.
Yeah.
Like a default plug at this point. You just
and they didn't even give her the SummerSlam match.
Yeah.
All that for nothing.
And it's just wild to me, because like you said, you look at this women's roster here and you're like, okay, well, you look at Alexa Bliss out on leave. Okay, that hurts. You know, out on leave. Gotcha. Aaliyah. Another one that breaks my heart, man.
Where is Aaliyah?
Where is she?
Remember when she was trying to stir the pot on Twitter a couple weeks ago? And then nothing came of that either. That poor girl.
No, one thing. B-Fab, not even really a wrestler like that per se. You see her come out with Hit Row, they job, and that's that. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah. Stick for your time.
You know, like I going down the list here. This is just like what? Carmella out on leave, pregnancy.
Yeah, right? That makes sense.
Makes sense. Like some of the women that are gone, it's like, we miss you. We know why you're gone. Hope you come back, and when you do, hopefully they use you. But you know, it's just this is, you know what I'm saying? Chelsea Green, who's doing a good thing, right?
Yeah. Best Triple H rehire in my opinion.
Let me ask you this. Okay, we'll put a pause on that one. But speaking of Chelsea Green, now, for one, she got me for a second because she had both belts again.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh wait, is she gonna start rotating partners again? Because I was like, wait, did Piper get hurt too?
That belt is cursed.
Then she pulls up. Yeah. Then she pulls up and takes her title, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this is just a thing they're gonna be doing. I guess she's gonna be trying to sneak away with this title or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, what? Do they need to retire these titles or no? Like, do we need a mid-card women's title instead of these two, or what are we doing here?
Like, the thing is that it makes me so sad because I'm such a Mercedes and Bailey fan. So it's like, I know that that's their baby. So it's like the thought of like retiring the belts just makes me feel, just hurts my soul. Because I feel like they have so many girls that they aren't utilizing right now. They could make a legitimate tag division. On top of adding a mid-card women's belt, because I do feel like that there is a space right now with the women where there are a handful of women that aren't being utilized but are ready for that main event picture, but they're saving them because they know that they can't win those matches yet. You know what I mean? So like I feel like the mid-card title could be like the workhorse title where they could add like a Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler. Like there's so many people that they could utilize and benefit off of adding another belt.
Yeah, I mean, it's so weird that these women get no TV time, yet let them want to do a tag team tournament to qualify for a number one contender team, and you randomly throw these two women. Nikki Cross.
See, I forgot about her. Oh my god!
About these women just randomly come to my head, and I'm like,
yeah. And then she had that weird angle where she was like obsessed with Candice LeRae. Nothing really came of that.
Like, bro, it just really boggles my mind that, you know, I mean, I'm almost at the point where I'm like, man, maybe the women do deserve their own show or something.
Something.
I think that's maybe a solution to get some of these women featured here.
Yeah. They have to figure something out because there's no reason as to why on a 3-hour show, the women get one backstage segment and at most one match.
Yeah, you know, I would call me crazy here, but what I would probably do, I don't know if it works. It maybe doesn't because it's Raw. And like you said, it's a 3-hour show. So I guess if they found a way to maybe take that 3rd hour of Raw and dedicate it strictly to the women, like this is all women's everything, women's promos, women's matches, just women's angles, all in that hour block.
Yeah.
Then get these 2 hours. Then you find the main event for the men and those, you know, and you're like, okay, that was a good way to, you know, and then you let the women just do their thing and whoever's main events.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It's a weird, crazy thing my mind thought of to make it look like they have their own show, but it's still.
Yeah. There's got to be some alternative
to
this.
It's weird, man. SmackDown seem to be doing okay for the most part, from what I'm gathering. I mean, it's interesting now with Nia Jax back because Rhea's starting to get some challengers again.
Yes.
People legitimately that can stand up to her, right? And God forbid if Jade is there, well, then that changes everything now because, woo, boy.
Oh, my God. Talk about a money match.
Sheesh. Jade versus Rhea. Jade versus Nia Jax.
Yeah, that would be
Jade versus Piper Niven. Jade versus Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Becky.
Yeah.
Man, there's one too many matches to call that'll just have you like, oh yeah, let's do this.
Let's do this. Yeah.
So because of all of that, that's why I'm like, this is a very interesting time for you ladies right now. And
yeah.
I'm excited for y'all, man. This is really, really cool to see. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure.
I don't know where this is headed, but I hope it continues to trend and traject upwards because y'all is killing it. I saw some more WrestleMania main events in the future.
Yes.
You know?
I really hope so. I really, really hope so.
Can't forget Jade versus Asuka. Can't forget about Asuka. Which,
yeah, of course.
As we know, also, there is a hiring freeze. So the funny thing about talents is there are some talents that are technically signed that we haven't even seen yet because we don't know if they're going to officially go through the freeze.
Yeah.
Which I believe Nia Jax was one of those individuals. Word on the street.
Which is crazy.
Kind of hired. So
yeah.
I'm interested to just know what other female wrestlers out there are kind of sitting in that same freeze.
Kairi Sane. I'm ready for Kairi to come home. Okay, like Kairi need to come back.
You know what, man? I agree. We need them Kabuki Warriors reunited.
Triple threat at Mania. Io, Asuka, Kairi.
That works. I'm with it. I love it. Give it to me. That would be a first.
Yeah. And plus, the three of them together have so much history together.
They do, man. Heck yeah, dude. We need this. I hope we get it. We're gonna see. We're on watch now. Speaking of watch, I have to ask: are you on a certain watch for a certain female talent right now?
Oh yes, yes I am.
Where's the Ash radar at right now?
So Mercedes is silent again. Mercedes is silent again, but I feel like she's so good at returns. Mm-hmm. She just like when she pops up somewhere, she's trending on Twitter for a week. Everybody's talking about her. I've honestly at this time a year ago, my dream was that she would probably do like her world tour, get about here, get about there, get about here, get about there, and then come back at the Royal Rumble. But this injury has kind of stunted things. So I feel like she has a lot of unfinished business. It's such a shame as well because with Jade leaving AEW, that was like probably one of the biggest matches that people wanted to see. So we're probably going to have to wait a little bit longer for Mercedes versus Jade.
That is a true statement. I hate that we have to wait longer, but hey, at least
that injury kind of messed everything up. Yeah. That injury kind of messed everything up.
Those darn injuries, man. You know, it's not fair when they get in the way. But it's a part of the business. It's what we sign up for. You know,
it happens. Yeah, it happens.
Okay, you know, she'll be back, and you still got stuff like I mean, you see her and Toni Storm. You see, you know, who is a star, by the way, pun intended. Storm.
I was gonna say her saying, but I don't know if you'll censor me. Chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe. So good.
You know what's so funny is everybody's pointed this out. Who would have thought that two former WWE people in AEW, who are not necessarily known for they're great wrestlers, but not known for characters, are the best characters right now in Toni Storm and Roderick Strong.
Yeah. I love after the match, they always put it back on him. That's my favorite part.
This is wild to me. I'm just like, bro, come on, man. You're killing me right now. So it's funny that people like to clown WWE on their system, but it's amazing to me how I'm just saying.
When it works, it works.
You know,
people like to be sports entertained.
And that's why Jericho don't get enough credit for doing that JAS thing. I didn't care for it as much, but I understand it in terms of the concept.
Yeah.
You fickle fans love sports entertainment, so stop acting like you don't. Okay.
I love to be entertained. So
that's the best part. It's like that's what made the Attitude Era so iconic. It was the characters, the entertainment.
Exactly.
Not wrestling in the process. Okay. Yeah. Same thing with the Ruthless Aggression Era. You got entertainment. You got some exploitation. You know, needless to say, thank God the women have elevated since those days. But you also got your entertainment, your real entertainment, memorable feud, memorable stories, wrestling,
characters.
You got all of that. So I am intrigued to see, and like I said, with this women's division on Raw or in general for WWE, we forget the fact, Bianca's on her hiatus. So when she does come back, she'll probably do like Mercedes.
Yeah.
Pull up and get one heck of a reaction. When that be, we don't know.
Yes.
Well-deserved break. Get all the rest you need. Crazy.
Yeah. And shout out to Bianca Belair. She was representing WWE at the stock exchange. She went to the Blondes New York Fashion Week, her and Montez. And then she was at the VMAs all in the same week. I was like, come on, mainstream era. Come on, mainstream. Come on, superstar.
Real, bro. And just imagine Jade when she gets there. Like, that'll be double representation.
Yes.
Ladies, you know what I'm saying? Like, two Black women representing.
Yes.
Like, powerful in the ring while also confident and out here mainstream appealing.
Yes.
Dog.
I can't wait.
Can't wait. So yeah, anything else stand out with some of the ladies on this week? Anything we missed outside of the fact that I think this is a record in terms of main events? I think that's a record. I don't
Yes, for
have
sure.
that many shows. It's almost like Becky said, "Okay, I saw what they did, so now Tiff, we're gonna do this."
Yeah.
And then SmackDown. Well, no, yeah, SmackDown, because SmackDown was before Rampage. So SmackDown then sees it and is like, well, no, because Rampage was taped. That's right. So technically, Rampage would have been first since it was taped. So
Yeah.
it's like Jade and Chris saw and said, okay, well, this your send off. So we're gonna make this work for you. We're gonna make sure this is the best. We're gonna tear it up.
Put on a banger.
Right? So there's that. And then we go to SmackDown where you see Bailey, EO, Charlotte, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ozzy. You're like, wow, man, the ladies are just like main event. Because when I heard that, I was like, wait, this is the main event? Really?
Yeah, Bailey and Asuka main evented, which was dope.
What? I don't even think, I don't know, how many women ever main evented SmackDown? I don't think they
I think Sasha and Becky did for that one Super SmackDown. That match, by the way, is a banger.
Yeah, I do remember that one. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that because you just
that match is a banger.
I do remember it. So okay, so they have main evented a SmackDown before this. So okay, so with that, then it's been a while. I'll say that.
A while.
It's been a while since the women did that. So the fact that that happened, and surprise, Charlotte's a part of it.
Yeah.
Go figure. the moment it happens again.
She's at the scene of the crime every time.
At the scene of crime. But yeah, man, shout out to y'all. I give y'all like super standing roses and flowers and ovation.
Yes. And then we didn't talk about the Impact 1000 episode. That was a great episode for women as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Thank you for my. See, this is what happens with that. That's why I said we made this a jam-packed show for a reason because of stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Impact 1000. Let's talk about it. What was your favorite about what you saw in that?
I mean, seeing Awesome Kong is always dope. Seeing Gail Kim,
yes,
just seeing Mickey James coming back, like that was dope. I can't wait for next week. Even though I kind of saw the spoilers a little, I kind of watched a bit of the taping.
Can't forget my girl Tasha Steele still in the show.
Tasha Steele, yeah. She was dancing down the ring. I was feeling it. I was vibing.
Go, girl. Talk about boy, and I can't wait because I knew it. I was like, oh, we getting that feud with her and Trinity real soon. I can't wait. I can't wait. Yes. That feud's gonna be crazy. Like it's gonna be crazy, babe. Like,
yes.
I'm telling y'all, y'all don't understand. This thing gonna go wild. So
yeah,
I'll stay tuned. And then Jordan Grace being back too. So I'm like, I'm excited with all of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like where this is going.
Nice mix. Everybody was shining in those promos too, man. We saw Team 3D come back, which was very interesting in his own right.
Yeah, beautiful people for a bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They killed that.
Yeah.
Those girls have not lost a single step. You'd be like, wait a minute, I feel like I'm in 2003 again.
Yeah, facts.
I'm saying, like, Giselle Shaw and the crew, like, I mean, like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, being over there, next to us.
Yeah.
Y'all still okay, bad.
Yeah, like it's super exciting. And plus, like, I love how they're treating Trinity. Like, because we didn't really get to talk about Impact Victory Road, the match that she had against Alicia. Yeah. But that promo battle when she threw the champagne in her face and then her husband did the table spot, that was Trinity's first table spot, by the way. Yeah, which is crazy. Yeah, which is crazy. But that I feel like that was the first time Trinity was able to just not necessarily think about the chip on her shoulder, so to speak. She kind of more so just got to focus on the feud. So, because I feel like that's what a lot of the focus of Trinity's first reign at Impact has been, because she doesn't have to prove it to me, but I do feel like she has felt like she has something to prove, that she does deserve to be here, which is crazy to me, because even on WWE, like Trinity to me was like a main event level talent. Even when she left, I feel like she was like one of the most over baby faces in the company. So it's just really, really nice and refreshing to see people like creative treat Trinity like the star that she is.
I agree, and even Alicia, she was a pleasant surprise because literally nobody. I don't even remember the last time I ever saw the girl win a match, yet alone find out she was a contender. I was like, every time I've seen a match with you in it, babyface, heel, whatever, you've lost because you're a small girl, and I know that can be deceptive. Size means nothing, but it's almost kind of like because of your size, it's almost like it's your biggest enemy because half the time, most of the women are typically bigger than you, so you usually lose in most cases. But when she came out there and cut that promo, I'm like, I kind of like this version of you. You did a little swag and got your little Boston accent, Boston talk.
They ate like they ate that promo. That promo battle was so good.
I was like, okay, all right, and what really got me, my favorite line, which was I saw it coming, and I was just like, oh, this is where I wish y'all could just let crossover appearances happen so much. This would have been so much.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're gonna say. I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Yeah, where's your husband? Like, I'm like, oh, you even did it. And I was like, and he can't even pull up just to god damn.
And I know he's sitting at home mad as hell.
Because it's just like one of the things where I'm like, dang, bro, this is the one downside of when married couple, because shout out to them in the fact that they actually are making this work. I'm almost surprised WWE keeps their couples together usually anyway.
Yeah, they try to.
I'm surprised now to see that I get everybody can't make this work, but the fact that they're making this work, be on separate brands where I'm sure Trinity would love to have her husband right there with her. Of
course.
Right? I'm sure he would love to have her in this heel run he's on. Shoot, I feel like he needs it personally because boy, are they making my guy look like a huge dork. But that's one another. I mean, I'm just like, Jimmy, my guy, your brother being booked perfectly.
It's only his third day out here. Give him time to cook.
I'm trying. I'm just like, bruh, you come out with this fire new music. You get FU'd by John Cena off rip. And I'm like, you over here looking like a dork trying to hug your little brother. Your little brother, bro. That's your little brother, not your big. That's your little. You the oldest. Why is you? Yeah. This my you in trouble. I'm like, bro, stop. No, you not. No, you are Jimmy freaking Uso, my ninja.
Yeah, you are nobody's bitch, Jimmy Uso. Like
exactly.
Like remember who you are, like Mufasa in the sky. Like remember who you are.
Remember who you are, my ninja. Like that's all I'm saying. I'm just over here like, bro, you are putting me to shame right now. Your brother over here standing up to freaking Drew McIntyre of all people.
But I will say Jay has an unfair advantage because when Jimmy got injured, it was just Jay. So I feel like we really got to know Jay, got to love him as a character. And through this 3 years, he has been the heart of this Bloodline storyline. And low-key, why I feel like it's not translating very well right now. Like now that he's gone, it hasn't been translating a lot in the public reception because of that.
It's funny because I do have an angle for this. I guess it's a perfect segue. So, again, shout out again to the ladies and all through wrestling from Impact to AEW to WWE, all across the globe, all across the wrestling world. Thank you, ladies, for what y'all do in professional wrestling. We see y'all hard work ethic. We see work y'all putting in, even in spite of what you might have to work with. Thank y'all for what y'all doing and keep killing it. I'm looking forward to seeing what y'all do next week. With that being said, this Bloodline storyline real quick. Here's how my mind was working when I really just thought this out in consideration because I try to formulate my own opinions. I get these from ideas of other people, but this was one of my own original ideas here.
Okay.
we love a good story, and everybody's talking about, okay, the Bloodline storyline is kind of getting a little meh. You know, I don't understand where they're going with it. But I look at it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me this, Ash. I feel like this role should have went reversed.
Oh.
They should be the heel, while Jimmy should be the babyface. Now, here's why.
Okay.
You still could have had Jay. What I would have done, Jay would have won the title, right? And then Jay would have lost the title.
Okay.
Granted, whether it been like a transitional kind of way of like next pay-per-view or maybe even the next episode of Smack, whatever, he would have lost the title. And then would have lost the title in spite of the fact that Jimmy was unable to help assist him. And not assist in the way of cheating, assist in the way of odds were stacked against Jay and him losing.
Yeah.
And his brother was incapacitated, or for whatever reason, his brother couldn't save, right?
Yeah.
So then causes Jay, and here's where I'm going with this. Do you remember that promo when he okey-doked everyone to thinking he was finna stay in the bloodline?
Yeah, when he was like yelling at Jimmy.
Right, and he's like, you out. You could have played off that into this story where that could have continued. When he told Jimmy, it's always been about you. You was Mr. Playboy of the Year. You was, prom king and homecoming king. And
most likely to succeed.
Yeah, all these things. He's like, you were this, and I'm just this trying to follow up to you. I finally get my moment to be on top as a tribal chief, as a champion, and I get that moment. And I finally got something for people to be proud of me for.
Yeah.
But then when I need my brother the most, the brother that I love, I just needed you to have my back for once.
Yeah.
And you wasn't there, causing him to go in like not necessarily a jealous rage, but more of like a brother to brother, because I know that they said the whole point of them wanting to wrestle each other at WrestleMania is because it's that backyard feud, that this is us when we was young, when we was kids fighting in the backyard. It's relatable. To me, what's more relatable than what he said in that promo, if you have the roles reversed? Yes, we love Jay, and like you said, we got to know Jay. That was even getting to know him even deeper, to where then I felt like Jimmy would have been the sympathetic babyface of I'm the big sibling that is used to being the guy that everybody looks up to, and I love my brother, kind of like The Undertaker and Kane. Taker was the big brother, Kane was the little brother that was supposedly dead and burnt in a lost fire. Yet, there's a reason why they say that's the greatest storyline of all time, because of the fact that literally Taker refused to fight his brother. Jimmy could have been that babyface saying, I love you, little bro. Yeah. I wanted you out the bloodline, right? I wanted you. I threw the towel in for you when you first faced Roman because I love you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I tried to stop Roman from doing this to you in that I Quit match because we family. I love him and I love you. This and that. Yeah. He could have been the sympathetic person to try to convince Jay, like, look, I'm only doing this like in a sense where he's like, Jay would have been the bad guy healed in a Thanos type role where you understand why he is
the way he is.
The way he is. So you're not booing him really. Like, you still love Jay. He's just doing heel tendencies because you understand it. So then it would divide the fans where they still wouldn't know whether to boo or cheer him, because the ones cheering him would understand actually why he's doing what he's doing. Yeah. And Jimmy would get the sympathy heat of, man, I'm a big brother. I understand that. Or I'm a twin. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the way my mind thought this should have went. Right?
Yeah, I can see that. Like, it makes sense, like the way that you just explained it.
Yeah. So that's just kind of where I'm at with it. But I mean, I'm gonna let it cook, like you said, Ash. I'm gonna see what they trying to do with my boy Jimmy, because right now my boy's
Yeah.
dorkish right now.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, fix this, please, because I like
Yeah.
what you're doing. I love what you're doing with Jay on this side. I love this redemption tour thing.
Yes. I think it's really dope.
Yeah, like prove you not who you was. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we got a little late today just because it was a lot to chop it up on, and I know it was like a little all over the place today in a good way because it's so much dope conversation.
Yes.
It's crazy not having our boy Rick with us, but shout out to two dope co-hosts here that just were able to hold it down in my boy's absence.
Yes.
And he'll be back with us. Don't worry, he's gonna be back with us, y'all. I'm sure he's gonna hit us up a little later, man. But we love you, Rick. You are fam. Appreciate you, man. And yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one. So I guess we'll probably split this one. But it's two of us, but we get into that part where we do our 3 count, just reflecting. So I guess we'll kind of like 1.5 it.
Okay.
So Ash, I'm gonna start with you, ladies first. In this 3 count moment, in like a 1.5, 2.5 kind of thing, where are you at in life right now? What's something that you want to reflect on?
Right now, so I've been working on like my fitness journey. I just started like working out again, starting to eat healthier, take all that more seriously, and I'm a month in, so I feel really good about it. I feel really happy. Unfortunately, the people were right. Working out, having a good sleeping schedule and eating healthy does actually work. So there's that.
Look at that.
And I'm big on protecting your peace. I'm big on protecting my peace.
Talk about this. That's what I'm talking.
I'm big on protecting my peace as of late.
Man, I guess for me, reflecting on like what I mentioned earlier about being at the talent show as a judge, man, it was like a ignition of just igniting, like reminding that there's so much talent in the world, and never be afraid to display your talent to the world, your gift. Mm-hmm. You have something. This is for my people out there, just to let you know, like what we are doing. Maybe you want to be a podcaster. Maybe you want to cover wrestling. Maybe you want to cover something else in life, or maybe you're a singer. Maybe you're an artist, a painter, a graphic designer, whatever. There's a gift you have with something, and you want to utilize it. What I've learned from being at that talent show and just seeing it was a reminder of just keep continually going hard in what you do, what you love to do, most importantly. Even if you work a 9 to 5, still take that time out to just do the same energy you're giving it, give it to yourself, your gift, your talent, let it manifest itself so that it can turn into what you want to do on a full-time basis. It won't be an easy road. It's always going to be some struggles. It's always going to be challenges. But there's one thing this week and this journey teaches me is that on top of, to my fellas out there, if you are involved in a relationship, always remember, the woman is always right. And not to say you're not, but when you are, also just understand that it's okay to compromise, open up, express yourself on where you feel, where you at. All right. The ladies love that. They want to know where you at. And, hey, just go hard, man. You got this. As a man in a relationship, you got this. If you're a single fella, then keep doing what you're doing on your grind, and just know that there's someone out there admiring what you're doing that wants to be your queen in a sense. You know what I mean?
Happy wife, happy life.
Exactly. So I'm not quite there yet, but it's one of those things where it's like, hey, understood. So that's kind of my 1.5, which with our 2 1.5s make a full 3 count for y'all. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, as we close out, we just want to thank y'all so much for tuning in with us. Thank y'all for listening. If you got through this entire episode and you loved every bit of it, I know I sure did. Can't wait to go back and listen to this in full. Make sure you subscribe. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts or any of those platforms, shoot us a 5-star rating so that more eyes and ears can listen to this very podcast. Have some fun with us, vibe with us, all that good stuff. Y'all are family, so leave comments. Let us know how y'all feel about us. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. We have 2 platforms on YouTube. So for our short form content, look up Life's a Botch. That is Life's a Botch. You can see it. But the easiest way to find that one is if you want to go to the platform behind our platform, which is OTS Media Co. So follow all things OTS Media Co. on YouTube. If you go there, click subscribe, and you scroll down on their main page, you will see our Life's a Botch page, which is connected to that. Our Life's a Botch YouTube is more for our short form content, which we are currently working on for like interviews, different things like that. Then we have our main show, which is like this right here, that you will always see posted right on the YouTube form for the OTS Media Co page. So thank y'all so much for rocking with us. Keep letting us know your opinions, your thoughts, all that good stuff. Make sure you follow us on TikTok and YouTube, or TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Life's a Botch, all things Life's a Botch. And we appreciate y'all, man. Keep it locked with us. We got some cool, unique content. We got Ash over here is going to be working on some independent interviews with the ladies, the spotlight. So make sure y'all submit some questions when we start that process up, and we got a guest up and we ask for your questions. Just make sure you interact with us. New theme Thursday, or favorite theme Thursday. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna call this thing yet, but shout out to everybody that's been interacting. I was doing a nice little interactive tournament to see which Bloodline member has the #1 theme song of all time. So far, it looks like the results say The Rock won this.
Okay.
The Rock won this. And that's kind of fitting, given that, ladies and gentlemen, The Rock returned.
Yeah.
He's finally back home again. And wildly enough, on an ending note, just because I didn't want to forget this, y'all, we actually got John Cena and The Rock at the same time.
Unheard of. Denver was lucky. Denver was a lucky crowd.
And they did not disappoint with that reaction. Boy, you heard that?
That pop.
Sheesh. Oh, okay. That could have been a WrestleMania or something.
Yeah, not since like Sammy hit Roman with that chair at the Rumble this year. I don't think that was probably the only pop that could compare this year.
Yeah, man. That's what I was like, oof, okay. So with that being said, it's kind of fitting that The Rock's theme would basically top. Now, close second was Jey Uso's.
Oh, I was gonna say it's just me.
Just me, Uso. Hey,
I be playing that at the gym.
Yeah, bro. That thing go hard, but I be trying to work. I be let's go, you know. Actually, I think third place went to the other Uso with Jimmy Uso's theme.
Okay. His theme is hard too, though.
I was born a king. Now I'm back again. Hey,
Loki sounds like a Roman's theme remix.
It does. Girl, I'm so glad you realized that too, because I said I was like,
it's giving Roman remix. Yeah.
He's I was like, Def Rebel, y'all are smart. Yeah, I see what y'all. Born a king, Roman Reigns, head of the maybe this is adding up more than what I think. I just need the booking of it to register. If the booking matches the theme, I know
it's gotta get better
going here. Okay?
Yeah.
Because maybe he's call me crazy. Maybe Jimmy's trying to get back into the good graces of Bloodline so he can overthrow Roman. I don't know. Maybe.
Jimmy versus Roman?
Maybe.
For Rumble or something? Who knows?
Yeah, maybe he's trying to overthrow, take the tribal chief off, and then, dare I say, be that guy. And I don't know. We're going to figure this out. I hope it makes sense.
Yeah,
but
we're going to see where this Bloodline storyline goes.
We're looking forward to it. But again, y'all, thank y'all so much for your support. That's it for real. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all's support. Y'all keep rocking and rolling with us, man. We got the short form content coming for y'all. Y'all gonna love it. Make sure you following all things Life's a Botch on, like I said, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube and follow all things OTS Media Co., where you can see this very podcast in visual form and audio form on all of your audio favorite podcast platforms that you listen on. We are there. Just look up Life's a Botch. All right. So, as I like to say, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to close this thing out, throw those 2 sweet signs up with me one time, baby. And we're going to give one big old 2 sweet. Peace, y'all. Until the next time we meet, y'all have a good evening.
Bye.
Peace.